Ever since man rose up on two legs, he has wanted to see who could run the fastest or jump the highest. Sports are as old as humanity itself. But these games are more than a test of the human spirit. They're serious business. And increasingly, staying in the game requires 21st century medicine. New surgeries save careers. Scientists use the power of the computer to prevent injuries. Human bodies are fine-tuned like machines to extract every ounce of performance. And sometimes, sports medicine isn't about getting an athlete back on the field. It's about saving his life. Sports medicine is making amazing strides to get athletes back in the game. Through the study of the human body and the way it moves, called biomechanics, there could be a day when athletes will know how not to get hurt.
Biomechanics has been used to get you a better baseball throw, a better tennis serve, all sorts of improved mechanics for sports. Why can't you figure out what causes injury and teach that just as well?
Dr. William Garrett, head of orthopedic surgery at the University of North Carolina, is trying to cure an epidemic affecting female athletes. Women who play sports that require running and cutting, sports like basketball and soccer, are 8 times more likely than men to tear their ACL, the ligament that connects the thigh to the shin.
This is a World Cup game, Brazil-Norway, and the Brazilians are clearing the ball. A Norwegian runs in, is tricked by a fake move. She lands with her leg out straight. There we go. Bow. That's the thing that shows up time and time again with these injuries.
Last year alone, 95 female college basketball players tore their ACLs. The numbers were just as bad for soccer players. Why are female athletes so prone to catastrophic knee injuries?
The thing that we're noticing in the laboratories here is that women move different than men.
At nearby Duke University, Dr. Rafael Escamilla is using a motion study system similar to Dr. Torrey's to figure out why.
Okay, Joe, what we're going to do is we're going to put these reflective markers on you a little bit. If we have one on the hip, the knee, and the ankle, if we play connect the dots, we can actually measure joint angles. Okay, Joe, we're going to have you go ahead and run. Again, this time we want you to plant with your left foot and cut 90 degrees to the right. Go ahead and go when you're ready. We want to use the muscle activity, use information from the markers and information from the force platforms to develop a mathematical model of the knee. In doing so, we can estimate what kind of forces are going on in the cruciate ligaments during the running cutting. Go ahead and go again.
Before biomechanists can keep athletes from getting injured, they have to figure out how they're getting hurt.
Okay.
Right now, the mystery of why women tear their ACLs has as many questions as answers.
Females have wider hips, lesser development in their thigh musculature, less quadriceps hamstrings ratio compared to males. They have a greater, what we call a valgus angle, where the lower leg moves out more laterally. They have looser knees, some studies have shown. Okay, Tony, how's the data look?
It looks good. Here we've got a digital representation of her leg, and if we play right through it, we can see the plant and then the cut.
Good. Well, one of the reasons we want to do a running cutting study is so we can see what are females doing differently than males as far as, say, bending their knee.
Although his research is still ongoing, Dr. Escamilla thinks the problem stems from one simple fact. Women don't bend their knees enough when they land.
When you don't bend your knee very much and you use your quadriceps more, the force from the quadriceps is going to tend to try and pull the leg forward, and that's what stresses the ACL.
I got a ball. Oh. Nice ball. Ball, Sarah.
Someone who knows about injuring her ACL is 21-year-old Leslie Gaston, a junior soccer player for the University of North Carolina. She has helped her team win 2 national championships, but her knees have paid the price.
I've had 9 knee surgeries total. I've had 5 anterior cruciate ligament surgeries and then 4 orthoscopic surgeries on top of that. I'm sure if my parents had known this was going to happen, they definitely would have asked me to be a swimmer or something.
But Leslie's coach may have stumbled onto a way to keep her out of the operating room. And it's available at her local sporting goods store.
How is it, Maggie?
Why do female athletes like Leslie Gaston have knee problems?
Maybe.
One theory is that they don't bend their knees enough when they land. So Leslie is getting ready to try an unorthodox therapy, one that will force her to do what she doesn't do naturally, bend her knees. Leslie wants to keep playing soccer by playing roller hockey.
All right.
Her coach, Anson Dorrance, discovered roller hockey after he tore his ACL.
Within 2 or 3 months of playing regularly, my knee started to feel stronger and stronger and stronger, and then I started playing soccer again and basketball and everything else. And there's a wonderful positive pressure on your knee. It's not the kind of, catastrophic pressure that, tears ligaments. It's just positive pressure on your knee.
Coach Dorrance's teams have won 16 national championships. Has he also come up with a way to keep his athletes in the game?
And what causes injury are those episodes where your knee gives way. They happen when you're cutting or pivoting or stopping suddenly. If you're on wheels or on ice, you don't stop suddenly.
So how does it feel?
It feels good. It's feeling really good. Yeah.
Swelling going down?
It is, yeah, and I think this is helping a lot, this rollerblading. I was a little bit skeptical. I didn't really believe him, and then I went out for the first time, and I realized that being on the rollerblades, your muscles have to readjust, and you don't have the pounding, you don't have the, that just shock that you have running and walking and stuff like that, and just even playing soccer. It feels good. It's a little bit, it makes me nervous.
The nice thing about rollerblading, cycling, or even swimming is there's a lot of motion and not that sudden stop and turn. Early on in rehab or after ACL surgery, those sorts of exercises are appropriate and don't put an awful lot of stress on the reconstructed ACL.
There is one tiny problem.
I am not a good rollerblader. I can't stop, but yeah. I don't use brakes. I'm better with fences.
I got to check a couple of these other rooms and get some more surgery started. In here, we're doing an ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction. We're going to do a Tommy John's operation on him.
2 of Leslie Gaston's knee operations were done here at Health South Medical Center in Birmingham, Alabama.
What did the tear look like?
Dr. James Andrews has treated some of the greatest athletes of our time, stars like Bo Jackson, Roger Clemens, and Jack Nicklaus.